Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Joey Plays and Build, and today we're gonna do a full tour of one of my newest park, the Jurassic Park Prehistoric Adventure. Now, first and foremost, I want to say Happy New Year for everybody. 2024 has arrived. What is your guys' resolution if you guys are still into that thing? For my resolution, I want to finish a park from start to finish. And 2023 was a little bit messy. I will start a series and end up not finishing it. So I'm just going to try not to do that. I want to stay committed from this series, whether how long it will take or whether how many views and likes or whatever. I still want likes, so please do give it a like. Another thing I want to change is that those were the days of speed builds. No more speed builds, long gone. I already say in my community post how making these type of videos is really fun but really draining at the same time. Speed builds is one of them. I get constant headaches, blah blah blah, all of that. I don't want to go through it. It's the new year. Anyways, we're gonna go to a full tour at one of the sections. We're gonna go to a series because I really do want to make a series. I want to make a long series. So we're gonna start with episode 1, Triassic Trails. It's one of the first exhibit. We're gonna discover some of the Triassic creatures, dinosaurs, whatever. And I'm just gonna discuss how I do things, how I make things explain with a full tour type of thing. I feel like those type of videos are doing really well, in my opinion, better than speed builds, and I really enjoy it too. It's much easier to make, and I'm just here just talking with you guys, like my little ramblings. Anyways, the entrance here now. Um, I read a comment somewhere, and it has a decent amount of likes about crashing and lagging and how to prevent it. And one of them suggests having multiple entrants instead of one. So we're gonna test that out if it works. I have 3 entrants. I have 2 right here, and another one is where the facility is at. With the hatchery and all that stuff. That you're not gonna see in a park, but I think it makes sense because one of the biggest cause of lagging is, the guests. They do crammed up and all together and they start to fumble a lot, which cause a lot of lag. And they're pretty much like lifeless zombies. They don't really add too much into the park except for scaling and all of that stuff. So whether if it's whether it works or not, it really doesn't matter because if it starts lagging, I'm just gonna take away the entrance anyways. So there's that. But we'll test that out. I'm probably gonna add more entrants just in case to see if it really does balance everything out. If not, then we're just gonna take it out. So Jurassic Park, yeah, we have a nice sign. One thing I really wanted this game is more customized signs. You know, um, there's one sign right here, but it's just just the same decorations. I would love to make my own type of signs, maybe have some type of font, maybe some colors, right? Especially with the like, let's say the arches right here, right? And then you could just type in whatever, Jurassic Park, Prehistoric Adventure, or Triassic Trails, something that, kind of like differentiate like where you're going to go, like an actual zoo, when you go to the zoo, there's some map signs or whatever. Something like that in the future. We have our lovely John Hammond here saying hi, greeting us. And that's going to be a thing in my parks. Throughout the park, John Hammond's going to be that figure that's going to say hi to everybody. And yeah, we have a little plaza here, something that I really took my time on. But we'll keep going into the plaza. Now, this is not the main plaza. I'm gonna have multiple plazas anyways, but this is something that you're gonna, come in. I'm assuming grabbing your tickets or whatever, and then you head into the actual main park. Now, one thing I've been to a lot of zoos lately, and this is something I noticed, is that they always have like some sort of gift shop or like a little fast food kiosk or whatever, right in the next to the entrance. So here's our little sushi place, and it's just for you guys that are getting hungry and all of that stuff. Another thing is decorating around like the amenities and the restrooms, and I felt like that's something that I've been lagging lately. So here's my little decorations of the restrooms. I should have add benches right here. Because I think that's kind of like realistic, especially like if it's a packed restroom. You kind of wait outside just so like the other person who's done pooping or peeing, and then it's your turn. I feel like a benches would be perfect here, so I might add some benches right here over here. Here's another thing I would love to add, and I think I add this in my tropical paradise, is adding a dinosaur right in front once you come into the park. Again, just to set up the mood, just to motivate the kids, just to hype your guys up to see what you want are you like are expecting to see, and here again I want to add a brachiosaurus. I feel like the brachiosaurus is that perfect dinosaur. Again, it is a gentle giant. I think it's a brachiosaurus would just love to greet everyone into the park, you know what I mean, kind of like, I don't know, an elephant. I'm thinking of an animal that has that type of nature, and I think the elephants do have that nature. They're very friendly, and they would love to. They're excited to see people and being greeted. So just imagine you're, let's say, let's go to this entrance, right? You grab your tickets, all that stuff you paid in, and you just come in and you be like, "Oh, look at that statue, the fountain," and all of a sudden, right in the distance, you see a herd of Brachiosaurus, and you're just running. You're running to see the Brachiosaurus. I'm like, oh, and then the Jurassic Park theme play. It's a good time. It's a good time. Okay, so yeah, that's just I don't know what to call it. You call it the main entrance? No, that's, yeah, I guess the main entrance, right? And then here you go into the plaza. And we're going into the plaza. Again, I'm just gonna warn you, it's not, the park is not quite done yet. I already finished two exhibits. One is in the works, but I could just like guide you a little sneak peek, right? So right in the left, right here, this is kind of like a little courtyard. This is where you guys are gonna eat more sushi. I need to change the amenities. But this would lead you into the Jurassic Safari. Again, the Brachiosaurus, Apatosaurus, Stegosaurus, all of the famous Jurassic era dinosaurs, right? And then right over here, this is where you're going to see the predators of the Jurassic era, plus a Jurassic tour. So if you guys want to see some of our famous prehistoric Jurassic predators, such as the Ceratosaurus, Allosaurus, is right over there. I want to make it more immersive. So like whenever you go into the park, like whatever you turn, there's gonna be something that you're interested in seeing. So that's the whole point of this. Also, the goal of this park is to add, as all I wanted to add all the dinosaurs before the game crash. That's the goal here. Um, but yeah, all the dinosaurs is something that I want to add. We'll see if that's going to work. Okay, so yeah, this is the Triassic Trails. Basically, what it is some sort of trail where you head into one exhibit to the next, right? It's a long pathway into some of the dinosaurs we're going to expect. Now, we only have a limited amount of Triassic creatures, so it's not really a long trail, but it is what it is. But before that, we'll head into this area over here, and we're gonna take a look what it is. Yep, it's a lagoon, obviously. But what kind of creatures that is in this lagoon? You tell me, and I'll ask you. I mean, what? So the Nosasaurus is the creature here. It's a Triassic creature, and I think it's perfect. We need more Triassic creatures as possible, and the Nosasaurus. It's how could I explain this? You could think of it like a sea lion or a sea otter of the park. Oh, this one's heading up to the rock. Let's go up to the rock. Yeah, we have two of these guys in here. So like, they're like kind of like the sea lions or the sea otters, right? One of the zoos I went was the LA Zoo, and the sea lion exhibit was like the first exhibit right into the park. So I kind of like put that in it and seeing like, okay, the Nosasaurus is going to be one of the first creatures you're going to see. Yeah, I didn't realize the lighting of this game. Look at the sun reflecting the scales of this creature. Very, very good. This game is beautiful. Look at the pattern of the scales. Look at that. Look at the detail. Now the skin pattern is mangrove forest. Yeah. Um, I have a question now. I forgot because I was the lighting really threw me off. What was the question? Let me think, guys. Oh, the rock platforms. Okay. Here's the thing. Rock platforms. Now we only have Archelons and Nothosaurs that are the only available in the park and the rock platform. I'm pretty sure Frontier going to add more for the rock platform. I mean, two creatures for a rock platform that feels like I don't know. It just we need more, and I feel like Frontier is going to add more. So my question for you guys: what kind of creature that could, uh, be suitable into this rock platform? I have a couple: Sarcosuchus and Dinosuchus, right? Come on, they're meant for this rock platform. I could see Kulosuchus as well. Now I know this is salt water, not fresh water, so that's probably be a problem. But maybe they could have an option to add fresh water for some freshwater creatures, right? Or you know what, like just why would we put logic into this in a park full of alive dinosaurs? Why not just add any creature and it really doesn't matter if it's salt or freshwater? I'm pretty sure Frontier could make up some sort of an excuse for that. Who knows? But those three, I could think of Hesperornis as well. They're mostly they do spend their time in water anyways, and they don't really move around in land, right? So I could see Hesperornis being in here. But who else? I would love to hear your guys' opinion. There's another creature. I think it's from the Triassic. Well, I don't really know the name, but it has this some sort of. It looks like a Nosasaurus, but their nose has some sort of a shovel. But I couldn't think of the name. I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. But it looks like a hammerhead or whatever. But yeah, the Nosasaurus is pretty cool. But yeah, give it a like. I want to try this out too because I heard this works for getting more likes because I really do need more likes. Please guys, please help me out here. At least 50. I haven't gained like at least 50 likes. But give it a like if you guys want more of what Psychosuchus, Dinosuchus, Hesperornis, Kulosuchus, or any other creatures. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have more. Also, give it a like if we need more lagoon decorations, like kelp, like a seaweed forest. Maybe we could change the terrain, maybe have some sort of trenches. You guys know, I know you guys want those. So please do give the like if you guys do want that. Anyways, so let's just get out of the lagoon and head back into the park. Okay, so that is the Nothosaurus, and I gotta, slow down a bit and just take a moment of some of the crafts work I've been building on. Again, I feel like I need to take more time on building stuff like this main plaza. I want to make it more jungly, right? That's going to be the plan in the future to make it more jungly because I want trees everywhere. I want this park to feel like you're in a jungle more than in a zoo. So that is the goal that I'm trying to convey here. So this is the Triassic Trails. I hope I don't say trials. If I say trials, oh my jeez, I already messed up the video. But this is the Triassic Trails. But again, I want to make this immersive, so there's going to be more destination. And if you head here, and hopefully I will showcase this in the future, that's going to head into Camp Cretaceous. So it's kind of like a little zoo for the kids. Oh, there's something I realized. There is no kids here. You would expect, kids to be in this game, especially the demographic for dinosaurs are majority of the kids, right? I mean, I'm an adult and I love dinosaurs, but usually kids do love dinosaurs too. I love dinosaurs when I was a kid. Anyways, so we're in the inside of the trails, and here is something that I want to add more often. It's some sort of seminar, I guess that's what I call it, like a seminar or like some sort of an instructor just to provide a guide, like a little tour guide or whatever. And you see this in zoos, right? Like some sort of zookeeper would explain the tigers or the elephants, and they have some sort of show that comes in certain type of day, and they'll just explain to you guys the nature and the behavior of some sort of animals, right? So this is what it is. You guys would sit here. This is good for the kids as well, just to educate you guys for the creatures from way back when. And what is perfect than having Mr. DNA as your instructor with teaching you guys the epic times of the Triassic era, the dinosaurs of the Triassic era. So yeah, and this little sign here, some sort of TV monitor, right? Just to give you a visual explanation of the real dinosaurs way back then. And really love these benches because these benches are appropriate for these type of seminars. You just sit down hearing Mr. DNA talk. Now they're kind of wonky, but I really didn't really bother straightening them. Look at that. I mean, there's no point. These guys don't sit. The guests don't sit in these benches. So what's the point of fixing it and cleaning it or whatever, you know? Which is something that I really want in the future. Anyway, so once you're done with the seminar, you could go into one of these viewing domes and you could go right in first view of the creature. So let's go in. So here's one of the exhibits. I have no idea who is in this exhibit. I can see these railings are in the way. Yeah, we have Coelophysis. But what I loved about the viewing dome is that you could turn, right? And then you can see another dinosaur. And that's the Herasaurus. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a what do you call this? A bird's eye view, a sky view of the exhibit. So it's a three-in-one exhibit, which means that there's three creatures here living in one area, but they're blocked, so they cannot like cross between each other. So let's go look at the first one, which is Coelophysis. Again, this is a dinosaur that I feel like everybody knows, especially if you have, watched the Walking with Dinosaurs series. And this is probably just me, but Coelophysis will always be green. It really doesn't matter which era or media. If Coelophysis isn't green, then that ain't Coelophysis. And again, this is because of Walking with Dinosaurs. So yeah, we have Coelophysis here, which is surprisingly was not in the first game. It was one of the newest dinosaurs in the second game when it first came out. I think it was one of the first dinosaur to be introduced. Coelophysis and Amargasaurus. But yeah, dude, stop. Can you stop moving? I just want to showcase you. Stop moving, dude. But anyways, yeah, these guys are very fun creatures. Oh, their environment. Let me just talk about the environment. Now, again, everything is kind of like when I think of Triassic is because of Walking with Dinosaurs, and Triassic is always this arid desert, like doesn't have any foliage or whatever. So I kind of like base it on that. We have some of the Mediterranean trees, some Mediterranean foliage, and desert foliage. So that's what the foliage that I use all most likely all of it. You have the cactus here, and look at the rock lineup right here. Now, one thing is that the rocks could be a good barricades or like a substitution of the fences. If you guys don't like the fences, you could have the rocks as a barricade. It does work for big dinosaurs, but I kind of add a fence right here, make it more like a realism, like realistic, because in I feel like the Coelophysis could easily jump off the rocks, and escape. So kind of add like a fence barricade there to make sure that Coelophysis would not escape. But in game, you could use rocks without the fence, and they could still be like a barricade. You know what I mean? Okay, so the next one will jump over to a more bigger predator, the Herrerasaurus. Really love these guys, except for your arms, dude. Those. I'm so glad Frontier has changed that now. Cause look at that. That looks disgusting. It bends like that. That is very outdated look for like a raptor or a T-Rex. They don't do that. Look at their skin pattern. I'm not gonna bother to look up the skin pattern. I should have added some notes of what type of skin pattern, but these guys remind me of an like a leopard. Look at their spots. Look at the detail work. Frontier really did an amazing job with the detail work with these dinosaurs. You know what I mean? Ooh, that guy is running. Oh, let's go see them eat. Again, just like the environment of the Sea of Ices, kind of make it a little bit arid, using the desert and the Mediterranean foliage. Speaking of leopards, I did went to a San Diego zoo recently, and we went to this African rock section, which is really beautiful, but kind of showcased some of the African animals, right? And one of them was this African leopard. It was so beautiful. Turns out though, that is not an African leopard, but it's an Amur leopard. Which, like, I understand Amur leopards are critically endangered, and I feel like zoos are the best way to help them. I will not say populate, but help the general audience to realize their existence, and hopefully they could help out the Amur leopard, because San Diego Zoo has that. They have signs where some animals are critically endangered and they need our help. You know what I mean? But the problem with that is that that Amur leopard was in the African leopard, and the sign that they have says Africa, like leopard. It just say leopard, but the description was that it's an African. They live in Africa, right? Now my problem is that that does mislead the audience, thinking that's an African leopard instead of a Moor leopard. They should have put a sign stating, like, hey, I know this is not the African leopard, this is a Moor leopard, but, you know, for, I don't know, cause and purposes or whatever, we just have a Moor leopard here. You know, something to just to inform the audience, so that way we don't get confused. Because the whole time I was there, I was, like, wondering, dang, I didn't know African leopards are fluffy. Oh, they're clipping at each other. Oh, I don't like that. To turn out they're not African leopards. Okay, I've been going on with African leopards, but yeah, that's something that I felt like they needed to like inform us a little bit. And here we go into a more lush environment. So what's in this lush environment? They're pretty small, but hopefully we could just try to catch one. Yay, it's the Lestrosaurus, our little fan favorite, our little baby. Now I remember this skin pattern. I think this is the. Actually, no, I don't. It's the purple one. If you guys want to search up, it's the purple one. What was it? Is it a river basin? But yeah, Lestrosaurus is here. Gained a lot of popularity because of the Netflix show Life on Our Planet. Dang, that show was really sad for me because what was it? Was it Androsuchus? Something like that. Yeah, he just like the thing is that the Lestrosaurus has not have any like predator, right? Until that reptile came up and it's just I think it was like attacking one of the children. it was so it was so horrifying. But yeah, the Lestrosaurus are hanging out in this area. It's really big, very small, and these are what are these no, they're not synapsid. Are they synapsid? But they're like they're not dinosaurs. They're kind of like related to mammals, and there's like a group of them. One of them that I really want in this game was Placerius. I don't know if they're related, but they kind of look alike. But Placerius wasn't walking with dinosaurs, and they're so bulky. Remind me of an ox, like a bison. I really want them in the game, and I don't think it's hard for Frontier to implement. Just just size these guys up, and you have yourself a Placerius. But yeah, I'm hoping Placeres can make it into the game. That would be really cool. Okay, another view of the habitat. Again, Coelophysis on the left, and the center, the Herasaurus, and the Diacid, right? Those are the guys, right? But the Lysosaurus are on the right, and here is the view of the Triassic Trails. Again, using the rock work, I think this is the temperate rock number 5. This is the longest one. Could make some good barricade, some fences, just to make it a little bit different, you know. Kind of have the theme, just to set up the theme of it, you know what to expect. But let's keep going into the tour. Okay, so once you're done with that, the trail keeps going this way, so let's just keep going up. And right here, there's like a center view of, you could see the Nosaurus all the way back here. Just pretend there's like a little railing here, and you could just you know, eyeing on the Nosaurus. Hopefully we do get some railings. These are pretty neat though. I really like this, but you know, I want more. I want more to kind of like stand like more like a modern zoo, you know. And if you go over here, you see an exhibit. And let's see. Oh, I could spot it one here. Hopefully you could see it. As a Dimetrodon. Now you guys were thinking, wait a minute, Joey. You know, Dimetrodons, they aren't from the Triassic. They're from the Permian. And you're absolutely right, because the Dimetrodon are only placeholders until we get more Triassic creatures. So yeah, like I said, the Dimetrodon are only here just to be a placeholder. Now this area, I was thinking maybe if we do get more Triassic creatures, it's gonna be a Triassic predator. The one that come up to my mind, again, we're gonna go back to Walking with Dinosaurs, is the Postosuchus, one of my most wanted. Hopefully we do get Postosuchus here, but if not Postosuchus, maybe that reptile Anthrosaurus or Anthrosuchus, one of them. Yeah, it was in Life of Our Planet, the Lessersaurus killer. But yeah, so this is the Dimetrodon is just a placeholder for whoever is gonna be in here, and then maybe we could have more Triassic creatures. I'm thinking about Triassic pack would be lovely, but the Dimetrodon is nonetheless going to stay here for just the meantime until we get that. The Metrodon are very beautiful. These are not dinosaurs. A lot of people do mistake that, and I don't blame, you know, the general audience to mistake Dimetrodon as a dinosaur. My girlfriend thought it was a dinosaur, and that's because I blame um, these toys and books of, you know, these children books that always put Dimetrodon along with Stegosaurus and Tyrannosaurus Rex. It just annoys me. And yeah, I don't blame you guys for not thinking that these guys live with the dinosaurs, or you guys think that these guys are the dinosaurs, but they're not dinosaurs. They're more related to us. But these are synapsids. And again, there are more species of these kinds of guys. One of them I really want is a Dilophosaurus. They're kind of like similar to Dimetrodon, except Dilophosaurus is more of a herbivore, and their sails, they're not like Dimetrodon. They're completely different. So hopefully we get a Dilophosaurus in here as well. But I've been wanting Dimetrodon ever since the what was it? I think when since the first game came out, it's very popular, but I wasn't sure it's gonna make it because it's not a dinosaur. But I remember a lot of people wanted Dimetrodon since the first game. It's a very iconic creature, if you guys think about it. It is. It's just that it's misinformed. Nobody knows the name of it. My girlfriend doesn't know. She knows what it looks like, but she doesn't know what type, what's the name of it, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm pretty glad I Metrodon in it. I feel like it deserved its spot here. And that's the habitat. Again, for just a placeholder for whatever Triassic creatures. Hopefully we do get more. Alright, so we continue on here. And yeah, we continue the path. Here is not finished, but I'm hoping we get, like, again, if we get more Triassic creatures, we could add something right here. If we go down into this steep hill, you could see another, exhibit that I'm working on, and that's a little sneak peek. Again, that's the Predators of Jurassic, which I'm working on right now. So you get to look at that. And again, here's more pathway. Oh yeah, here's another look of the Dimetrodon, if you could spot some. But yeah, here's another view for the Dimetrodon. And right here is the end of the trail. And I'm currently working here, so everything's just not done yet. But here is some of the work, and like I mentioned earlier, I want to build more, customize my own entrance instead of just going in there and then yeah, you just see the exhibit. I just want to make it feel very themey. You see this in zoos a lot, very themey, and this is the theme: an arid semi-desert landscape. Which, when you think of Triassic period, you think of a desert landscape, right? So we go through here, and it's just a wide, big area, a huge area for who? Who do you think that lives here? So we go and check this out. I can't go in it. Oh, there it is. What? That was weird. And it's pretty much empty. Because again, this area is another placeholder for who knows what. Um, this is something that I'm going to do more in my park. Is just to leave some exhibits for any announcement of the game. I'm not gonna unless Frontier just decided to not continue Jurassic World Evolution 2. But yeah, so right now the placeholder, there's a creature here, but again, it's just a placeholder. But this humongous exhibit is more like multiple species of creatures. Plateosaurus is a must, so I'm pretty sure Plateosaurus will be perfect in here. I'll get Placerius is another one. And then Moss Shop, is it Moss Shop a Triassic creature? No, I don't know. um, Scutosaurus, is that a Triassic? No, I think that's Permain. You know what? I'm just gonna put Permain creatures in here as well. Might as well. What the heck? But I can't think of any Triassic. Why can I not? But there is a creature here. I don't know. You can't see it. Okay, let's go find this creature. There is an animal here. There they are. No wonder you can't see it because they're so small. Yep, these guys are roam nothing but Lystrosaurus. Again, they're just placeholder for whoever is going to live in this area here. It's a big area, and I kind of want this to be a multiple species of creatures. So yeah, like I mentioned, Plateosaurus, Placerius, and then who else? I couldn't think of anybody, but yeah, I want this to be like some sort of multiple species for any Triassic creatures. And here is another sky view of the exhibit. Again, I really took my time. I'm not really good of a path builder, so again, excuse my path work, but I felt like I did a decent job. Someone who is not into this type of thing. Now, we are missing one more creature, right? One more Triassic creature that is in this game, and that is Shonisaurus, right? Well, I'm saving Shonisaurus for another exhibit, which I want to make in All Lagoon Park. So yeah, Shonisaurus is gonna be right there. It's gonna stay in the lagoon area of the section, so you're not gonna see Shonisaurus in here. But yeah, so that is the Triassic Trails. And again, it's not done. This is not complete yet. If we get more Triassic creatures, I'm gonna expand it. We still have a lot of room. And there's some placeholders here for some creatures. So again, like the Dimetrodon, they're not gonna stay in that area. Alright, so that is the tour for this area. Now for the second episode, which is completely done, but it's over in the distance right there. I'm just gonna give you a little sneak peek. And that is the sneak peek. So
So
yeah, so what you guys think? Hopefully you guys do enjoy the series here. I'm gonna try to be consistent of my builds and all of that stuff. But that's what we have so far. Hopefully you do enjoy this video. And this is episode 1 of Jurassic Park Prehistoric Adventure. Episode 1, Triassic Trails. And yeah, I have nothing else for you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next park tour. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, and please don't forget to subscribe and like.